Namaste, my beautiful angels. Welcome to your special reading and messages for the week of March 30th to April 5th. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. So, first and foremost, before I start this reading, I just wanted to highlight that this is my fourth attempt at doing this reading today, and for one reason or another, Spirit was stopping me from doing the reading. And I feel as if though this is not only a message for me, but for everyone that is watching me today, that it might, although there's a lot of forward movement, it might be a good time to sit back and to analyze what has just transpired in each of our lives. This week, we step into a powerful shift forward. With Mercury and Jupiter now moving direct, the fog begins to lift. And what once felt confusing or delayed is finally starting to make sense for each of us. There's a sense of clarity returning to each of us, slowly but surely. But this clarity could be felt mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I think Spirit is asking that all of us take the time to sit back and await the signs that Spirit has. Now, as the sun continues its journey through the beautiful sign of Aries, and happy birthday to all of my darling Aries collective, we are all being called to take bold steps forward, to trust ourselves, and to embrace new beginnings with courage and with confidence. This is a time, my darlings, to act on what your soul has been nudging you toward, but to do so with awareness and not haste. All right? So signs are all around us. You may still feel emotional waves from the recent energy eclipse. And I know that there have been some, crazy things that have been transpiring for me. And I know when Spirit is redirecting me. And I sometimes might not get why instantly. But I know that when there is such a clear sign that I'm to not do something or do something, they make it very known. So, this eclipse energy has been bringing each of us these emotional waves, moments for reflection, moments of release, and moments of deep inner knowing. So I was just guided today. I was guided. I tried this to attempt this reading 3 times. I took a little bit of a break in between, and I try again, and I just couldn't make it work. And this is my 4th attempt. I had to actually step away. I had to leave my house and do something completely different, reground, regroup, recenter, and now I'm trying this for the 4th time. So let's see what happens. But what Spirit is asking of each of us is really to honor our feelings, to honor the prompts that Spirit is giving us. They are guiding us. They are not holding us back. So this week, my darlings, is really about alignment. It's not about moving forward. It is about moving forward, but moving forward in a steady pace, not from pressure or fear, but from clarity, from truth and inner strength. Okay? So, my darlings, that is what this week is about for each of us. As I have already shuffled, I had already shuffled the cards the very first time. And I didn't look at the cards, but something in me has said that I was not to shuffle those cards again. So what I did is I've left those cards from my first attempt, and I will try to do this video once again. I always have timestamps in my description, so feel free to drop down and check out whichever suit you want to hear. Please only take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. And I want to thank each and every one of you that follows me weekly, because I do post weekly. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please, ring that notification bell and put all on it so you're notified of all of my readings. I do try to post the same day every week, but sometimes that's a little hard for me. So if you've got your notification bell clicked, you will instantly be guided to my readings if they resonate with you. Thank you so very much to my darling Kimberly Keller for your support, for your love, for sharing my posts, and to my darling Mauricio. Thank you also for all of your love and support. All right, my darlings, so I'm going to flip my screen and I am going to show you right here. These are the cards that I originally shuffled, and I was guided, although I couldn't tape the video at 3 attempts, I was guided to leave the cards as they were. So at this time, my darlings, take a deep breath in and out. Ground yourself, center yourselves in divine love and light, and call upon the divine creator God, all of the ascended masters, angels, guides, loved ones in the spirit world, to help you to pick the cards or the suits that will have the best messages for you. So hopefully you've had a moment to decide. And of course you can pick more than one suit if that is what is being called to you. All right, my darlings. So we're going to start with suit number 1. And as you know, I always shuffle in front of the video camera, but because of the circumstances of today, I left them as they were. So let me flip my screen. All right, here we go. Okay, so for you, those of you that picked the suit of 1. Now I have a mixed variety in here, so that the reading could be a little bit more rounded as far as what Spirit is giving you for your messages this week. Again, please only take what resonates with you, and I thank you so very much for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing. All right, my darling. So the very first card that you got tells me that there may have been a situation, my darlings, in which someone close to you reacted in a way that they shouldn't have reacted. And this brought to you some deep, maybe some deep hurt, some deep feelings. And you may have started seeing this person in a completely different light. And what I hear Spirit saying, and it doesn't just have to be one person, it could be more than one person, it could be a group, whatever it is, take it how it resonates for you. What Spirit is reminding each of you that picked the suit of 1 is never judge another. Never judge another. What I'm sensing from Spirit is that until we walk a mile in someone's shoes, we should never pass judgment, no matter what has transpired or how someone may have insulted us or hurt us. Spirit is asking you to take off the rose-colored glasses for just a second and to consider what that particular individual or individuals, whether this is at your workplace, whether this is in your personal relationships, family, neighbors, friends, groups that you may belong to, church, whatever it is for you. Please take it how it resonates. What Spirit is asking today is that you for a minute consider what that person or those people may have been going through. There could be some internal struggles, that they have had to deal with or that they were dealing with. And it's just a reminder to not judge others based on one particular action or by certain things that they may be doing, simply because we don't know, what they may be going through, okay? They could have health issues, they could have a lot on their plate, they could be dealing with grief, job loss, financial pressures, whatever it may be. But Spirit is asking that you never judge another based on one particular thing that you're not liking about somebody. This is very, very important for those of you that picked the suit of one. The next card that each of you got that picked the suit of one is a reminder for each of you. And this is as far as the flow of abundance in your life. The reminder that you, my darlings, are beloved children of our divine creator. And like everyone else, you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how truly amazing you are. What I'm getting from this message, from this card, for those of you that picked the suit of one, is that you have gone through some big growth lessons. And maybe the majority of your life was about learning, right? Because we don't stop learning till our last breath. But one of your biggest lessons, and I'm speaking as a medium, as an Akashic Records practitioner, as a channel, that one of your biggest life lessons through all the tumultuousness, all that you have been through, has been to be here at this time to break karmic bondages, contracts, curses, drains, hooks from past lifetimes, generational karmic bondages. So where I'm going with this, my darlings that picked the suit of one, if you were raised with lack, say that your parents weren't doing well, your grandparents weren't doing well, it could be a karmic generational learning that never got learned. And this, my darlings, needs to be broken with you, because Spirit is reminding you that you are so deserving of everything. And your purpose and mission is to break those karmic ties, those subconscious negative beliefs, patterns, conditioning from your ancestors, from your ancient bloodline, from your DNA, and even from your previous lifetimes. This could be in various areas of your life. This could be in relationships, patterns that have repeated, but very much so when it comes to your finances and you being deserving of it. What I hear Spirit saying is you are the ones that will break these chains that have confined generations before you. That is why you're here. And in doing so, you are needing to raise your vibration, to know that you are one with the divine creator. Tell yourself, after taking a few deep breaths in, to be still. Be still, I am God. Be still, I am God. Because the God source resides within you. And there is nothing that you do not deserve to have. And our beloved Creator knows that the more you have, the more you will help others. All right? So this message, my darlings, is about knowing that you are deserving of each and everything that you are praying for, that you are asking for. And all of the hardship, troubles, tribulations that you have been through have been for the purpose that you are to break those generational curses, those bondages that have not only kept you held, but that have kept generations before you stuck. All right, my darlings, very powerful. If you haven't had an Akashic Records reading, it is where I would open the blueprint of your soul. I can tell you how many lifetimes you've lived, what you've done in those lifetimes, what your lessons were then, what your lessons are here. And it's very, very healing. All right, my darlings. So if you have an opportunity for an Akashic Records reading, it would benefit you very much. The next message for each of you that picked the suit of one has to do with your health. You know, there is a message coming through from Spirit that there have been some imbalances in your body. Many of you, or could be feeling issues with your breathing, with your lungs. You could be getting issues with your sinuses, with your eyes, itching, watering, headaches. If any of this resonates with you, and it sounds like something you may be going through, Spirit is saying, and I have Archangel Raphael here, to be aware of allergens in your life. Avoid allergens. There could be something that you partake in, that you eat, that you wear, that you put on yourself that you are highly allergic to. Okay? Could be food, it could be substance, whatever it is. But if you are feeling the symptoms that I have mentioned, then please look into allergies, or certain allergens. And one of the best ways to know if something is suiting your body, mind, and spirit, not just your body, but your body, mind, and spirit, is to hold that item in your hand, to close your eyes, to take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and then ask your body, your mind, and your spirit if that particular item, and it doesn't have to be edible, it can be anything, but if that particular item is good for you, or if it is causing you problems. And you will instantly get a feeling, a vibration in your body telling you a yes or a no. Okay? So pay attention to that, my darlings. Avoid allergens, especially if there's anything to do with the lungs, the nasal, the eyes, headaches, hives, anything that has to do with allergies. Okay? And also to be aware, in the Western Hemisphere, we have spring arriving, and that's a time where there's a lot of pollen and other things in the air. So to be aware of that. All right, my darlings? The next message that each of you get from Spirit is, you are complete. You are complete, just the way you are. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being now. You are enough now and always. So if you are one of those people that keep ruminating and going back and forth in your head about certain issues, this happened and that happened, and fear and doubt and anxiety, stop. Because, my darlings, you are complete exactly how you are. And everything around you is complete in respect to the lens that you put upon that situation. So, you're being asked to stop fixating on things that are now past, that are irrelevant, and start from the here and the now, knowing, my darlings, that you are completely deserving of everything that you are praying and wishing for. All right, my darlings? The next card that each of you got, and it was your spirit animal cards, it was the vulture spirit. The vulture spirit. Okay. Beautiful spirit animal. Animal messenger. Now, the spirit world often works with our animal kingdom to relay messages to each of us. And each of you that picked the suit of one have received the vulture spirit. And I want to read to you what this spirit animal is bringing forward as a message for you. You may be attracted to birds, feed birds, have a lot of birds around you. You could be raising parrots, budgies, birds, but birds are significant to you. All right? Nothing is wasted is the message of the vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. What seems hideous has its own beauty. And the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture Spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial. And you, my darlings, that pick the suit of one, are reminded that any suffering that you have experienced, any hardship, any difficulty, any learning has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from that experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying and leaving you at this time is only changing form and will fertilize seeds that you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into the substance that will support your new growth. Beautiful message. Now, the protection message from the vulture spirit is, do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, says the vulture spirit. You have gained something so valuable from the experience. Let your grief or anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform. For you will come to see that you have learned and that you have grown from what you have just been through. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from Spirit. So never disown what embarrassed, disappointed, or shamed you. It will soon be a source of great wisdom and strength as you work with the magic that allows miracles to be created out of sadness and beauty to arise from ugliness. Vulture Spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past has already begun. Hang in there, my darlings. You are so loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of all that you have been through. Wow, is that powerful or what? So you guys have definitely been through a lot. And whatever you've been through, the shame, the guilt, the hurt, the embarrassment, Spirit is asking that you don't judge others. Instead, try to understand what they may have been going through. Know that you are so deserving of everything. Avoid allergens if you're having issues with the places that I mentioned. Remember that you are complete. And remember that nothing is ever wasted. Okay? If anything, it's a stepping stone to a new part of you that you didn't know existed. And for the very last card, it's a love message coming to you from someone around you, or maybe this is how you feel about somebody close to you. And the message reads, I am very attracted to you. All right, my darlings. Well, I really hope that those messages resonated for you for the week of March 30th to April 5th. Now we will go on to suit number 2. All right, my darlings. For those of you that picked the suit of 2. Wow. Okay, so for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of 2, what I'm getting as a first message for each of you is that you have had, you've had your whole life in your body. And you have gone through ups and downs with your health. You could be feeling them more now at this age, or you may have felt them when you were younger. But what Spirit is asking is that you begin to understand your body. And if you watch suit number 1, I was talking about how you could hold something in your hand and know if it is good for your body, mind, and spirit. Our body tells us. Spirit is asking that you start to understand your body as it ages, as it changes, different cycles that you may go through, even moon cycles, of what you're eating, what you're consuming, what you're watching. Understand your body. Understand how you feel after you have watched something, or after you have eaten something, after you have gone for a walk. Perhaps you need to walk more. Maybe you need to drink more water. And our bodies are constantly talking to us and asking us. But with our busy lives, we tend to not pay attention. All right, my darlings. So Spirit is really asking each of you that picked the suit of two to try to understand your body. If you have something going on, there is a reason why, and your body is trying to give you a message. All right, so pay attention. The next message for those of you that picked the suit of two is you're being asked to block out any distractions in your life, things that are holding you back, negative thought patterns, doubts, fears, things that are irrelevant, things from the past that really are done, things about the future, panic, will this happen, blah, blah, blah. Let it go. Block out all distractions, my darlings, because your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by tuning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important in your life. You already know what these distractions are. You already know what's not working for you, and it's time to let it go. All right? And you have the power to, responsibly block them out. By you blocking out these distractions that are not worthy of your time, whatever they may be, they could be habits, they could be thoughts, they could be patterns, whatever they are. Spirit is very adamant that you block these things out of your life. Because as soon as you do, your vibration is going to raise. And you will be present in the moment, in what you need to be doing now, the things that are important in your life now. And once you identify that and make that a priority, not only will your vibration raise, but you will find that everything that you have wanted to manifest will all of a sudden start happening in your life, because you're not wasting your precious time on things that are not part of your life anymore. All right, my darlings? The next message for each of you that picked the suit of two is it may be time for you guys to consult a nutritionist, to eat better, to drink more water. You are going to find that if you pay attention to your eating habits just a little bit, that you take time to drink more water, and I'm even hearing sleep better, be more relaxed in the moment, present, by blocking out distractions, you are going to really benefit your own health and well-being at this time. So this is very important. And if consulting a nutritionist or a dietitian or any professional to help you would be very good. If you have already started, like to measure your blood pressure or to measure your blood sugar, and you're being a more active participant in your life, then then you're right on track to this message. All right, my darlings? And don't stop. Continue to, be well-rounded, to not just do one thing, but to do all things that nurture your physical body. All right? Because when your physical body is nurtured, it automatically aligns with your mind and your spirit. All right, my darlings? The next message that each of you get is receiving it all. Receiving it all. You deserve, my darlings, to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that you are on the right track and that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. So it's time, my darlings, to receive it all. You are deserving of it all, and now it's time to believe in that. Believe in that. When your mind gets distracted from different things that are not relevant anymore and not where you're at this point in life, take a few deep cleansing breaths in and out and just say, be still, I am God. Be still, I am God. I am one with God. And once you do that, it will realign you. All right? You can always call upon beloved Archangel Michael as well, who's my go-to when I feel like my thoughts are too heavy. I will ask beloved Archangel Michael to help me to release a certain pattern of thought, whether worry, fear, doubt, whatever it is for my children, whatever it is, and to raise my vibration. And it'll happen instantly, okay? Because our beloved Archangel Michael can be with everybody simultaneously. All right, my darlings? So you are ready to receive it all. Just block out any distractions. And a very big emphasis for those of you that pick the suit of 2 to understand your body, to consult a specialist, a nutrition, a dietitian, somebody who can help you to get back on track, all right? A coach. Take it how it resonates. The spirit animal, my darlings, that comes through for each of you that pick the suit of 2 is the elephant spirit. The elephant spirit. So elephants could be something that you very much resonate with. You may have pictures of elephants or statues of elephants in your house, which are very good luck, by the way. And, you know, the message that the elephant spirit brings forth for each of you that pick the suit of 2 is you are being asked to learn from the past. You are being asked to learn from the past. Let me read you the oracle message. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, elephant spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today. And we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. The elephant spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. All of us are memory-based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experience, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told in many ways. What story will you tell, my darlings that picked the suit of 2? The elephant spirit is here to encourage you, to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power, integrity, and dignity. Wow. For you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. Spirit rejoices at your willingness to learn and to grow. Wow, that is so amazing. So you guys have been through a great deal as well. And every experience that you have been through has been a learning lesson for you. So embrace these lessons and move forward with dignity and with grace. All right? Now, there is a protection message. Are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause you a moment's pain? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story and alter the tradition in ways that acknowledge that we all evolve. For transformation, my darlings, is our nature. Elephant Spirit calls you to not be selective in your memory. Don't only think about what you want to think about. Think about what really happened, what really transpired. Because ignoring the good or the bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and your strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by the elephant spirit, who remembers the truth and honors your strength and wisdom. Wow. Now, you know, those that love elephants know that they have a very, very sharp memory. And often we only want to remember the things that we want to remember. but we don't remember what really transpired. And that is the message here. Remember the good and the bad and your part in it. And by doing so, you're learning and you're growing with grace and with dignity, right? Beautiful. The very last card, my darlings, for those of you that picked the suit of 2, and this is coming from you to someone, your soul to someone else's soul, or from someone else's soul to your soul. And the message is, I sabotaged our connection. I sabotaged our connection. Wow. You know, the good and the bad. Remembering it all. Receiving it all. Because when you raise in your vibration and know your worth, and you grow and learn from your experiences, the universe is just there to bless you. Really pay attention to your body, understand your body, call upon any consultant that can help you, dietitians, anybody that'll help you to balance out your physical health. And very, very important for those of you that pick the suit of 2 to block out any distractions, especially distractions from the past that aren't serving your highest good. All right, my darlings, I really hope that resonated with you. That was for those of you, my darlings, that picked the suit of 2. All right. Now for those of you, my sweet, sweet angels, that picked the suit of 3. Let's see what we have. Wow. 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 Okay. Deep. So for those of you that picked the suit of 3, the very first message that Spirit gives to each of you is that you have come here with certain gifts and talents into this world. And you've also accumulated a lot of learning and growth that have enhanced these natural talents within you. And Spirit is asking that you appreciate the talents and the gifts that you bring to the world. There may be something very specific about you, whether you're very good at organizing or that you're very creative, you have a knack for talking to people, you have a big heart, whatever your talents are. You are very inspirational. Spirit is asking that you appreciate these amazing talents and gifts that you bring to the world. I think you may have been concentrating too much on the past or the future and too many distractions, and you're not really concentrating on the grace and these beautiful talents that you hold. All right. The very next card in regards to your finances, my darling, as you consistently save for your future is saved. Do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. All right. So there could be an issue with saving money, maybe spending beyond our means. And Spirit is reminding you that you saving a little bit, because some people love to live in the moment. And if that's you, Spirit is giving you a very big reminder to save for the future. And as you do that, you're valuing yourself and your worth, because some people may have the concept of, who knows what's going to come tomorrow? I could die tomorrow. And what am I going to do with the money? I should spend it all now. But Spirit is saying, no, that in itself is a message you're giving yourself. But by saving a little bit and caring about what you might do in the future, you are telling the universe that, yes, I'm going to be living a happy, healthy, long life, and I'm going to need this money later. All right? So pay attention to this because self-care is really a part of setting a little bit aside for yourself in the future. All right. The next message that each of you got that picked the suit of 3, very important. And I don't think this is only for those of you that picked the suit of 3, because I very much resonate with it, but it is hydration. hydration. Have you been drinking enough water? Tea, coffee, juice, and other drinks do not count. Have you been hydrating yourself? Have you been drinking plenty of water? Because you may find that some of your physical, mental, and emotional ailments are due to the lack of hydration in your body. So if this resonates with you, my darlings, that pick the suit of 3, please take the time to hydrate yourself and continuously throughout the day. All right? The next card, for those of you that pick the suit of 3, is called the heart path. The heart path, very powerful. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. And I'm talking about true passion, not a temporary passion. It's not worth pursuing a path without true passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart, and you cannot go wrong. So if there is a major life decision that is coming to you, my darlings, that pick the suit of 3, take this as your message. Go with the path that your heart is calling. Okay? The path that fills your heart with passion. That is the path you need to take. Whether that is in your relationships, whether that is in your finances, in your livelihood, in your business, whatever it is, go with the heart. Go with the passion that drives you. Not for something temporary, because it will only lead to disaster and frustration. So it's a very clear-cut direction. If you know your heart, you will know the direction to go. All right, my darlings? The very next card, for those of you that picked the suit of 3, and this comes from our beloved animal kingdom. And the spirit animal, my darlings, that comes through for each of you that picked the suit of 3 is the frog spirit. The frog spirit. The message is clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter. So let me read you what the oracle message is for you for this week. The frog spirit knows that while all the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating a total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement of lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships, my darlings, need decluttering, as they often become messy, because that is what relationships are about. The frog spirit, my darlings, that picked the suit of 3 appears to tell you to clean house. Prioritize what you need and get rid of or give away the rest, so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its stories shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, let go of friendships that are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time, my darlings, to let it go. Whatever you need will appear when you need it. So release your grip on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. The frog spirit wants you to reclaim your space unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could have beens. Let go, my darlings, and jump, because you are free from all of that old stuff. And your protection message. What's weighing you down? What's weighing you down? It's time for a spiritual and psychic cleansing. Are you overdue for letting go of the voices that surround you? They may have started to get into your head. These voices that bog you down and keep you from leaping forward into a better situation. Let others croak and create their dramas while you make space for yourself and for hearing your own thoughts as they arise. Declutter your schedule and stop trying to do it all and then some. Let others manage their own baggage rather than allowing it to be dumped on you. For your lily pad needs to be clear of others' clutter. The frog spirit may also come bearing a message about your physical space. Do you hold on to things because you're afraid of losing your energetic connection to your past? To people who are no longer in your life? Or to goals you never pursued? Or could you have these items around because you would feel guilty if you got rid of them? Are your storage and living spaces stuffed with reminders of what you are not, when they should be holding only objects that reflect who you are and aspire to be? If something is no longer making you feel joyful, empowered, and excited, the frog spirit is telling you to let it go and free yourself to leap forward into something new, trusting you will always have what you need. Wow, that is powerful. Clear out the clutter, mentally and physically, especially emotionally. The very last message is the heart message that's coming from you to someone else or from someone else to you. Take it how it resonates. And the message reads, I am not emotionally available right now. I am not emotionally available right now. So no doubt something has transpired in a relationship that has made you or this other person not emotionally available. And I think it's time to clear out that clutter from your life and get onto your heart path so that you can be more emotionally attuned with what you want. All right, my darlings, and remember to appreciate your talents because you have amazing things to offer this world. Well, my darlings, there you have it. Those were your message for this week. I really hope that they resonated with you. I wish you all a most magnificent and amazing week ahead. All my love. Namaste.